Hello, welcome you all. Myself Deepmala Meena. I welcome you all for the next lecture on the topic of dynamics of rigid bodies. This is our fifth lecture of this topic. In today's lecture, we will discuss about principal axis and also precision of spinning top. So let us start. First, we will discuss about principal axis. As we know, that the moment of inertia of any rigid body is a second rank tensor, which we have studied in previous videos. This tensor has 9 components and symmetrical in nature, and also the angular momentum, which we will write in terms of J equals to I omega, where J is angular momentum and I is moment of inertia. Now in matrix form, we will write these components in Jx, Jy, Jz, and components of omega, omega x, omega y, and omega z, and components of I means which we have studied in inertial coefficients. These are 9 components which we have written in matrix form: Ixx, Ixy, Ixz, Iyx, Iyy, Iyz, and Izx, Izy, and Izz, where Ixy equals to Iyx, Ixz equals to Izx, and Iyz equals to Izy. Similarly, the rotational kinetic energy of body is E equals to half in bracket Ixx omega x square plus Iyy omega y square plus Izz omega z square plus 2Ixy omega x omega y plus 2Iyz omega y omega z plus 2Izix omega x and omega z. Now for these relations, reference frame is such that its origin is at the center of mass of the body and the center of mass is assumed to be at rest. If reference frame is taken in such a way that of diagonal elements, means these elements Ixy, Iyx, Iyz, Izy, Izx, Ixz become 0, then the axis of that reference frame is called principal axis, and J, X, Jy, Jz can be written in the form Ixx omega x, Iyy omega y plus Izz omega z, because all other components other than these components, all 6 components are 0, and E can be written in the form Jx square upon 2 Ixx plus Jy square upon 2 Iyy plus Jz square upon 2 Izz. Now, our next topic is Euler's equations. In stationary reference frame, we know that the rate of change of angular momentum dg upon dt equals to the torque. This is the torque. So, tau equals to dg upon dt. Okay. Now, transformation of operator to a reference frame rotating with angular velocity omega. Okay, which we have studied in previous section, previous videos. That transformation operator relating to stationary frame is d by dt s equals to d upon dt r plus omega cross. Here s stands for stationary frame, r stands for rotational frame, and omega is angular velocity of rotating frame. So operating this operator on angular momentum J, we can write dj upon dt, here also dj upon dt, here omega cross J. As this dj upon dt as it is stationary form, we will write tau. So this equation becomes tau equals to dj upon dt r plus omega cross J. Now writing this equation in the component form means this equation, components of tau, components of J. So we will write I cap dash. This is the unit vector in rotating frame. I cap dash tau x plus j cap dash to y plus k cap dash to z equals to I cap dash. This is the component of on multiplying this vector product of omega cross j. Component of omega is omega x, omega y, omega z, and component of j is jx, jy, z. And now solving this in terms of I cap dash, j cap dash, k cap dash with vector product, we got these three terms: I cap dash, this term, j cap dash, this term, and k cap dash, this term. Where I cap dash, j cap dash, and k cap dash are the unit vectors in rotating frame. So comparing coefficients of I cap dash, j cap dash, and k cap dash in both sides. This is coefficient of I cap dash, and here is the coefficient of I cap dash. This is the coefficient of j cap dash, and this is k cap dash. Similarly, this is j cap dash and this is k cap dash. On comparing both sides, we get tau x equals to this term djx upon dt minus jy omega z plus jz omega y. Similarly, tau y equals to djy upon dt minus jz omega x minus plus jx omega z, and tau z equals to djz upon dt minus jx omega y plus jy omega x. These equations are the general torque equation for a rigid body motion with axis attached to the body. If the reference axis coincide with the principal axis of inertia with origin at the center of the mass, then product of inertia ixy, iyz, izx will be 0. Means we can write jx, jy, zz in the form of all components other than jxx, ixx, iyy, izz will be 0. So we get jx equals to ixx omega x, jy equals to iy omega y, and jz equals to izz omega z. Now from this section, we will put the values of jx, jy, jz similarly in all the terms. So we get tau x equals to ixx d omega x upon dt minus iyy minus izz omega y omega z. Similarly, tau y equals to iyy d omega y upon dt minus izz minus ixx omega x omega z, and tau z equals to izz d omega z upon dt minus ixx minus ixy omega x and omega y. These equations known as Euler's equations and are extremely useful in the study of rigid body motion. Now we will study about position of spinning top. The spinning top may stand on the needle point. It can be seen that not only it spins about a symmetrical axis of rotation passing through the needle point, but also the axis of such a spinning top moves around the vertical axis through its point of contact with the ground, sweeping out a cone as shown in figure. We will show figure in next slide. This movement of the axis of the top around the vertical is termed as precession. This is figure first we will term it, and this is figure second. Now the basic physics behind the precession of top is that a torque is required to rotate the object. Usually, the torque acting on a spinning top is just due to the weight of the top. If the top is perfectly upright, there is no torque acting on it. But if it leans sideways, then it will tend to fall over due to the torque about the bottom end. This is the figure. This will be figure first, and this is the figure second. We will explain this in next. A top spinning about its own symmetrical axis with angular velocity omega as shown in figure first. This is rotating about with angular velocity omega, and also we have j equals to I omega. Okay. The point of contact of top is at origin of the inertial reference frame. This is origin, or point of the top is at the origin. The axis of rotation of the top is inclined at angle theta with the z axis. Here this is z axis and this is the inclination of the top. This is angle theta. Okay. Now if torque is applied on the spinning top in a direction perpendicular to axis of rotation, then the rate of rotation of top remains constant, but the direction of axis of rotation will change continuously. As a result, axis of rotation will start rotating about z-axis. Means spinning of axis of rotation about z-axis is called precession. In this form, let us suppose that G is the center of gravity of the top, whose position vector about the origin is R. Okay. Two forces act on the top, one its weight mg vertically downwards, acting its center of gravity g, and another is in its reaction force acting vertically upward at point of contact. Since the moment of reaction force about O is 0, therefore the moment of total force about O is tau equals to R cross mg, and we can write this in the form R mg sin theta. Now the direction of torque will be perpendicular to the plane in which R and mg and j are as shown in figure first. These are all the figures, figure first, and also this is the figure second. Therefore, tau will be perpendicular to j. As a result, top will precess about z axis. Actually, tau changes the direction of j but not its magnitude. So, tau equals to dj upon dt. dj will be perpendicular to the angular momentum j, and after the time interval dt, angular momentum of the top will be equal to the sum of j and dj as shown in figure 2. This is dj, this is j, and this is rotating in the frame. Since magnitude of j does not change, only its direction changes, hence the tip of angular momentum vector traces a circular path in a horizontal plane, and the direction of j remains along the z-axis. Thus, the axis of spinning top moves around the vertical axis through its point of contact with the ground, sweeping out a cone. Sweeping out a cone in figure. Here, this is cone sweeping out this type in the form. Sweeping out a cone in figure. The tip of angular momentum vector traces a circular path of radius j sin theta in a horizontal plane. If dj vector makes an angle d phi at the z-axis, then d phi equals to dj upon j sin theta. Thus, angular velocity of precession will be omega p equals to d phi upon dt equals to, by putting the value of d phi, we get tau upon j sin theta because dj upon dt equals to tau. Or we have right in previous slide that tau equals to mgr sin theta. So we get omega p equals to mgr upon j, and also it is clear from above equation that rate of precession is inversely proportional to the angular momentum of the spinning top. As the angular momentum of the spinning top decreases due to friction, the rate of precession increasing. Also, we can write this here mgr upon j, j equal to also I omega, and also we can write this equation equals to tau equals to, from this, tau upon j sin theta and omega p. So we can write this equation as tau equals to omega p j sin theta, and also in the vector form we can write tau equals to omega p cross j, where theta is angle between omega p and j.